Thank you. I know. Even a brainwashed audience knows CNN really blows. Stephen Colbert and CNN anchor Kaitlan Collins bring us our video of the day. Watch what happens when he tells her that CNN's objective.
I know you guys are objective over there, that you just report the news as it is. No, I know. CNN makes a... I know
Was that supposed to be a laugh line?
I wasn't supposed to be, but I guess it is.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be a laugh line, but it sure is. Apparently, even the audience is in on the joke that CNN is objective, even if the hosts and guests aren't. The last time there was a real laugh like that on The Late Show, it was before David Letterman quit to join ZZ Top. That's him, by the way. Tyrus, they were kind of shocked by the reaction.
Well, because they live in their bubble. Mm-hmm. I mean, the fact that she was on there as a celebrity, she's supposed to be a journalist.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what they're trying to do. That's the thing. They're trying to make their journalists like cool and hip. The crowd wasn't, because the truth is out there. And I think that gives me hope that the people aren't buying it. And I love how uncomfortable they both were, because their bubble got burst for a second. She was like, was that supposed to be funny? And people like, do you not hear yourself speak? Do you not see the behavior that CNN has put up? The way you're one of the worst news. You're not even news anymore. Mm-hmm. You're the anti-Trump network.
Yeah.
That's all you do. And now this is the same thing. This is the new Acosta. Mm-hmm. This is the new Trump public defender #1. So they're going to try to push her. She'll probably get a book and everything else. And then after Trump wins or whatever, then we'll fade away. Because the last batch from the last time he was in, where are they?
Yeah.
So it's the broken record. They just keep doing it over and over again. And it's funny because Colbert, with his 17 writers or 30 writers, it's the serious shit that everyone laughs at. So that's why we're #1.
Yeah. Pat, it's really bad when the audience hears you being serious and assume it's a joke. I think we call it the Jesse Waters effect.
So I have another theory on this. Mm-hmm. I think that this shows actually that Colbert doesn't watch CNN. Because it is so obviously slanted. He's just like, oh yeah, you guys are the news, huh? But because who does watch it, really?
Yeah.
Not that many people. Why would he watch it? But I think that there's no way that you actually think it's objective, but I think that it was for a bit, so I feel like people are kind of resting on that, and you assume somehow that no one has noticed, but this is proof that people obviously have.
Yeah, there was a time, I mean, the Gulf War was like, that was the shining moment of CNN, and then from there, it just kind of...
I don't even think they're striving for that anymore, which is what's so interesting, is because that used to be what they would strive for, but I don't even think anyone's really pretending that's the case.
Yes, you know what happened? It was when they had Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo and they were commentators, but they never advertised.
Call themselves anchors, which is just call yourself what you are.
Yes, that's what I do. Jamie, it seems to me that CNN is headed for disaster. You've experienced that with your first marriage. Is there any advice that you can give them, or is there any way that they can turn that truck around?
I don't know, honestly. And speaking of anchors, really The View has 4 literal anchors.
Terrible.
That was kind of terrible. You know what, man? Like, it's interesting that laughter shows the truth.
Yep.
Right? Like, if he says CNN is objective and everyone laughs, you're like, everyone agrees that is not true. It's like a very quick way to get to the truth. I actually experienced this on stage once. I was like going back and forth with a heckler, and he goes, a true story, and he goes, hey, why don't you get a tighter shirt? And everyone laughed. And I threw the shirt away because they were right.
Yes.
Like, all the laughter meant that they were right. And I almost wish everyone could have seen, there's so much in this. I don't know, like Tyra said it best, like, this is not the guest that Johnny Carson would have on, or like a funny celebrity. And in the interview, she kind of goes on to say, first she says, like, now Trump's scrambling and the vibe isn't what it used to be like. Yes. And then she, right after that, says, I'm a journalist. And, you know, it's right after this. She goes, as a journalist, I, you know, like, we don't make assumptions. We follow the story. But she just said that Kamala was going to win. Like, and by the way, I wish they had shown, she's a beautiful woman. And when she walked out, you could see it better. But her dress she's wearing, it has buttons and also a zipper and also a buckle. And I think her dress is an escape room. Can you imagine getting dressed in the morning and have to ask for a clue?
Yeah. Jamie, by the way, your pants are too tight.
I think that proves they're just right.
Emily, were you surprised by the reaction of Colbert's audience? I assume maybe they might have agreed with them.
I was a little surprised, but then when I think of these audiences there, I feel like they're all like almost held captive.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's watching them like, you know, you need to laugh. You have no other choice, right?
Right.
But I'm also like, wait, this was the first real laugh you got in years and it was an unintentional joke? I cannot believe that this beat the dancing needles for COVID. That was such a great comedic skit that he did.
Yeah, that was one of the, I guess I would say that's probably one of the all-time classic moments of Colbert was the dancing needles, propaganda television for COVID. Yeah, I guess the thing is, it just seems how, it's kind of, I think it's a good sign that the audience is now savvier than the people in front of them. You know, it's like that is a sign that maybe the viewing public has been red-pilled into understanding that it's all complete and utter bull crap.
You know they have like the laughter sign?
Yeah.
He's gonna have to have a don't laugh sign.
Yeah. Very good. Coming up, how Tampon Tim set people straight if they weren't indoors by 8.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.